Hi there, welcome to Click and Connect, where you click and we connect you to the latest, hippest, craziest gadgets out there. I'm Tochi Anyang. This is our first show, and on this show we'll take you through the latest trends out there in the gadget market, what the state government's been up to in ICT, and my little bag of tips and tricks. You just bought a phone and you don't know how to back up your contacts, not to worry. All that and more is what you're going to learn here on Click and Connect. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. Remember, Click and Connect is brought to you by the ICT Development Department of the Cross River State Government. Welcome back. You're still on to Click and Connect. It's that time of the year again, a time of new beginnings. New beginnings for me, new beginnings for you, new beginnings for everyone out there. It's been a very, very active year out there on the gadgets front. But before we move into 2012 full swing, let's look back at the gadgets that took us all by storm in 2011. On our number one, we have the MacBook Air. Apple introduced the MacBook Air on July 20th and sold 4.89 million Macs by the first quarter, increasing from 3.95 million sold previously. This increment has been attributed to the introduction of the MacBook to the market. What did Mac do to bring this item to the top? Well, lots of upgrades. A bit too many to mention, if I may say. Bluetooth, revamping the processor, adding the latest OS, which of course is the Mac OS Lion operating system, which has a plethora of new features that are appealing to Mac users worldwide. This MacBook definitely led the laptop market in a time where tablets are hot. On our number two, we have Samsung Galaxy Nexus. What's all the hype about this Galaxy? Well, to start with, Samsung switched the game by introducing Google's new Android 4.0 Ice Cream Sandwich operating system. And yes, you heard me right, I said ice cream sandwich. Kinda cool, huh? It is open source and has a huge collection of applications and add-ons to pick from. The Nexus also boasts of a dual-core processor of 1.2 GHz, 1 GB of RAM, 16 or 32 gigs of internal memory, making this a big deal for the phone technology as downloads, video recording and all whatnots can be done at lightning speed. On our number three, we have Amazon's Kindle Fire. Google entered the device market and released a successful phone as well as an open source operating system. So you thought that was the end of the web giants delving into the device industry? Think again. Retail giant Amazon launched their Kindle Fire and moved beyond the traditional e-readers out there in the market. What's so special about this Kindle, you may ask? I thought you'd never ask. I'll tell you. First of all, it runs on Android OS. It features a 1024 by 600 7-inch display with built-in Wi-Fi, 8 GB local storage and free cloud storage for content, as well as Amazon's all-new browser called Silk. That means no more I lost all my data, and best of all, you can access your information from anywhere in the world. With a seamless purchasing system, Amazon aims to mount a serious challenge to Apple's iTunes service, allowing users to bind movies, books or TV shows and enjoying them instantly on their tablets. Amazon is selling 1 million Kindle Fires per week. Wow! On our number four, we have Apple iPhone 4S. Say what you want about the Apple iPhone 4S. Apple's new smartphone experienced the best handset launch in history. After nearly a year and a half of waiting, Apple finally launched its new smartphone in October, shocking many with its identical design to the iPhone 4 and putting an end to speculation that the company would debut its new teardrop-shaped iPhone 5. The iPhone 4S launched with a new voice-activated assistant called Siri, an improved camera and new dual-core processor. Apple announced it had sold over 1 million units of its new smartphone in 24 hours, smashing its previous single-day pre-order record held by the iPhone 4, shifting 600,000 units. Just days later, the technology giant said that sales of his new smartphone had exceeded 4 million units over the first weekend. Imagine, first 4 days. Adding that it saw 25 million people install the operating system iOS 5 within the first 5 days of release. Next, we have the Samsung Smart TVs. Samsung has released this new set of smart TVs which offer integrated applications alongside standard programming and external media. This TV features 3 USB ports where you can watch movies straight from your USB drive, HD tuners and built-in browser, and a huge collection of applications to be downloaded for the TV. The launch of Samsung Smart TVs helps the company surpass the 10 million application downloads threshold on the applications TV platform by October. The D8000 squeezes an extra inch of picture into the same sized footprint, actually making this screen look bigger than others of the same size. That means gone are the days of black and white TV, unless except for research anyway. On our number 6, we have iPad 2. Coming in thinner than the iPhone 4, the iPad 2 featured a completely new design with dual webcams for built-in FaceTime and a new version of iOS. It included Apple's new A5 processor, which delivered up to 9 times faster graphics, and it was available in white from the one. Funny enough, that's a big deal. The new iPad also brought HDMI out, which expands the functionality. Also, this lovely device was launched with over 17,000 new iBook titles. At the end of the second quarter, it had already sold 4.69 million iPad 2s. In its third quarter, iPad 2 sales topped 9 million and surpassed 11 million sales in its fourth quarter, totally dominating the tablet market. I'm sure you've seen people with their iPads doing the demo. On our number 7, we have Microsoft Kinect. Previously, Nintendo Wii took away the cords with their wireless devices, and now Microsoft is taking away the controllers completely. This gadget was so hot at the end of 2010 that stores couldn't keep it on the shelves at Christmas time. This year, it has proven to have staying power as more people discover how much fun it is to be the controller. Gaming is entering the next level, and couch potato gamers are getting a great workout in the process. This new device uses a motion camera that recognizes your body and interacts with the game console. This offers very dynamic games and applications that are bound to wow everyone. Imagine swiping your hands across your screen from your couch and the page immediately changes, or driving just by turning an imaginary steering. This is just great. You need to get you one. On our number 8, we have Nintendo 3DS. Sure, the Nintendo 3DS launched without a huge stable of games and under fire by an increasingly vibrant smartphone market. But let's not lose sight of the technical feat at hand. It's a handheld 3D games machine that doesn't require glasses. That's just plain cool, even if Mario is missing at the moment. On our number 9, we have iFi Mobile X2. Although the iFi brand has been around for years, the iFi Mobile X2 is the company's first SD card to connect directly to iPhones and Android phones over Wi-Fi. That means you can transfer photos from camera to phone and then share them on Facebook or Twitter or wherever with no wires and no PC. On our number 10, we have the BlackBerry Bold. I'm sure you've been wondering where that falls on our list. Well, you cannot deny the fact that BB has taken Nigeria by force. Everyone is brandishing their BB, DPs are flying about, and there are new upgrades and applications exchanged daily. This is the businessman's machine of choice, and now the youths and everyone else in Nigeria are using it for social networking, business, and all whatnot. Now, that was a rundown of the gadgets that blew our minds and made our fingers itch to spend in 2011. Moving on, on what the government is up to in ICT. Earlier this year, the government of Cross River State signed an MOU with the federal government to build a technology park in Tinapa Business and Leisure Resorts. We caught up with Mr. Odo Effiong, the special advisor to the governor, Senator Lee Elimoke, on ICT, and this is what he had to say.
What we are thinking about really, or what we are planning to set up, is a confluence of knowledge, businesses and industries in a particular area. We are setting up the environment to ensure to attract investment, local and international investment of that type of industry in this particular area. The idea of a technology park actually comes from the Economic Development Program of His Excellency Senator Lee Elimoke, and his program for economic development for Cross River State is hinged on the creation of a service industry. And the service industry we are talking about specifically now is that of is a technology service industry, and of course where investors come into any place, they would create jobs, they would inject finance capital, they would enable the establishment of infrastructure, and there will be a boom in economic activity. For instance, if we talk about the telecommunications sector,